Okay. So hi guys, mag-start na tayo. Hope it all goes great. So, if ever you don't know Sir Maki is one of our DEP leaders. Or ang cute naman, Sir Mac.
May rabbit.
Gusto ko yan. Uh, he's here to talk about brewing solutions related to like coffee and food sciences. He's also one of the students in AIM taking his master's, di ba, Sir Maki? Hope
Yes,
na makukuha tayo ng venue doon. Sana.
hopefully,
Yeah.
hopefully.
And yeah, let's all welcome Sir Maki. Connecting na. Yes. I'll push the floor to you na, Sir Mac.
All right, thank you. Hello, Data Engineering Pilipinas. Good evening. So, hopefully, chill tayo this afternoon. Maganda yung weather. So how are you, everyone? So, hopefully maganda ang ano natin 'no, this weekend natin and thank you for spending time dito sa ano natin, sa Data Engineering Pilipinas to have, short talks and discussion on the things that we have been providing and ano, mga explorations natin. So just to introduce lang 'no, myself, I am ano, Maki Sunga. So yun, I'm also a student of Asian Institute of Management, and Masters of Data Science 2026 and ano siya, malapit na kami matapos sana this year. So medyo tumitindi na yung ano namin, yung labanan namin sa classroom. Not against each other but against the ano, the requirements. So medyo tumitindi na yung mga hinihingi sa amin and um, nagiging busy na rin. Ayun, so may mga ano kami and one of the things na I would like to share while we're still in ano, medyo free pa yung konti yung ano namin, time namin is of course yung nagawa namin over last term, which is yung Brew GPT. Actually, this is an ano, a group effort, yung group namin sa ano, capstone group namin sa AIM. There are four of us, no? So actually nandito sila, hindi ko alam kung nandito sila. Ayan, si Jemery, si Enzo, si Ken, and ako. Kaming apat yung group na ano, na gumawa nito ng Brew GPT. So, during that time, it is a requirement for machine learning too. And we need to produce something that is a topic. Kami pipili ng topic, then we will be executing kung ano yung mga natutunan namin over the term. And hindi siya madali kasi later on makikita nyo na yung mga actually next this term before the term ends will be also be inviting again everyone for another public presentation naman sa AIM. Pwede kayo pumunta doon to watch us ano to present a new set of of solutions and analysis and showcase ng mga ginawa namin. So Bro GPT, this one is a topic na ginawa na namin last term pa. And it actually grew into something that is actually hindi namin inakala na kaya pala maging ganito. Nung una, akala namin analysis lang kaya, analytics, and then we pushed forward doon sa kung ano yung ano namin, nagawa na namin before. So, just to share lang muna, eto lang yung ano, parang original slides na ginamit namin during the presentation. Pero hindi naman namin dadaanan lahat 'to. Hindi natin 'to dadaanan lahat. Mainly, I would just like to share with you kung ano yung parang, pipeline nung ano namin, nung naging project namin. So, ang motivation talaga namin dito is actually yung mga coffee drinkers. And in the Philippines, in Southeast Asia, the Philippines is one of the highest consumer of coffee. And it's actually strange kasi pag tinignan niyo yung data in Southeast Asia, mas consumerism ng tsaa ang mga Southeast Asian compared sa kape. Pero the Philippines, no, being a Hispanic colony, kape yung na-ano sa atin, na-impart sa atin. So mas sikat yung coffee sa atin. And na-explore din kasi namin before yung mga um, items that we need to do, or to establish the studies, like the mga flavor profiles, mga ganyan. Ang question na lang namin is, how can we help baristas? Actually, how can we help machines, no, to provide a recipe that is matching yung customer taste preference. So marami kasi 'di ba marami tayong mga coffee machine na ginagawa na binibili. Kung halimbawa mag-open ka ng coffee shop, you have to buy coffee machines, you have to train your baristas. And behind the scenes, no, meron kang ginagawa trial and error. So, um, for the longest time walang ginagamit na standard, walang ginagamit na um, study on how to produce a coffee that is generally accepted by the public. More on ito sa masarap, ito hindi, no? Or ah, preference ko 'to, ito hindi. Kasi yun nga, yung preference ng isang ng tao and taste profiles is actually quite subjective, but data science and AI would like to know and to explore it further to push it not to become subjective. Yan. Ay, objective pala, sorry. Now, yung dataset na ginamit namin is actually an open dataset. So if you would like to explore, ito yung link. Actually, later on, may isi-share akong GitHub na repository. Nandun yung program na ginamit namin. If you would like to explore, may mga instructions na rin doon later on. Pamaya papakita ko sa inyo. And then, nandun na rin yung mismong dataset. No? Ito yung dataset niya. It's a Qatar dataset from the Data Dryad, kung saan nandoon yung mga single origin coffee beans na black coffee siya. And then, ito yung mga data inputs niya. So, if you would like to explore it, you can actually download it. Actually, you can search, no? And this is an open data set. So, medyo malaki siya ng konti, pero enough siya para makapag-explore kayo, makagawa kayo ng mga um, data ninyo if you would like to do some machine learning. No, marami kayong makukuha diyan na insights, and of course yung mga research, maraming mga research din and papers din na based dito. Okay? So, di ko na 'to masyadong i-emphasize na. So, doon tayo sa ginawa namin. So, ano ba yung ginawa namin? Mainly, ang target namin is makagawa kami ng ganitong klaseng machine, no? Wherein yung prompt or yung i-input natin, ano ba yung gusto mong taste profile, no? And then using machine learning techniques, no? Actually, these are algorithms, no? Na pinagsama-sama namin, and we will be comparing it later on. Iano namin kasi pinush namin yung limitations nitong machine na to, nitong mga techniques na to, no? To the point na may nagawa pala kaming bago. Hindi namin alam. May nagawa pala kaming isang technique na nagulat din kami, ay nagawa pala natin. No, gano'n. So kaka-push namin nung araw na yon para lumabas ng maganda yung data. No, may nagawa pala kaming kakaiba. So yon. So gamit yung mga machine learning techniques and mga responses na gusto naming makuha is yung mga gaano ba kainit dapat yung brew, yung volume, yung grind level, dosage, percent extraction, total dissolved solids, etc. So ito yung mga gusto nating makuha. So this is what we call siya, reverse technique, kung saan usually kasi 'di ba, ang yung dataset is actually intended to produce or to input the brew temperature, input nila yung volume, grind level, dosage, and percent extraction. Tapos, ang output niya is yung taste profile. Ang ginawa namin dito, baliktad. No? I-input mo yung taste profile, siya yung maglalabas kung ano yung recipe na gagawin. So, yun pala yung isa sa mga bagong ginawa namin. Na hindi namin alam, na ang gusto lang talaga namin is mapalabas yung recipe. Yung pala bago na pala yung ginagawa namin. So, yun. So, ano pa yung target namin? So, target namin is of course to have a model that identifies kung ano yung mga conditions towards a desired flavor. No? So, baliktad yung ginawa namin. Kasi usually, yung baliktad yan eh. Actually, dapat itong brew and responses, nandito yung sa kabilang side. No? Pero yung ginawa namin is reverse. No? So, we're actually we're just pushing the limits kasi gusto namin matapos yung project. Dahil this is already parang 30% yata, 40% ng grade namin. Aside from that, gusto namin kasi magkaroon ng isang, um, full package solution. So, later on kung bakit kami napunta doon sa ano na yun, sa situation na yun, i-she-share ko sa inyo. So, 'yan. So, ano ba yung ano natin, so 'yan nga, so, yung mga sellers, mga targets natin is sellers and baristas can fine-tune their work. So, meron silang hindi lang tikim-tikim, 'no, hindi lang parang, ah, ano ba tawag dun, gut feeling lang, 'no, tantsa-tantsa, but rather there is ano, there is a, what do you call this? Ay, hindi ba ako naririnig? Sorry. Hello? Hello,
Oh,
hello?
okay. Frozen. Sige.
Ayan, ayan.
Okay
So,
na? Yeah,
okey na ba? Okey
okay.
na?
Hmm,
Sige, ano ko muna yung camera para you can show the ano ng streaming muna. Okay.
mhm.
So, 'yan. So, pinu-push namin siya towards that. Para yung mga barista magkaroon sila ng standard way of doing things and of course maging open siya sa lahat, 'no. So, moving further 'no, paano ba namin gagawin? Yung science behind it, ano ba yung target namin? So, meron kaming ginawang dalawang approach. Actually, dun sa group namin, ah, iba-iba kasi kami na naging task dito sa project na 'to. So, dalawa kaming nagpo-program 'no, mainly ito kami yung nagte-test ng mga ganito and dinivide namin yung, ah, programming, sets namin for this. So, inuna namin is yung una is multiple output regressor and then neural networks. So, bakit naging ganito? Ang target kasi namin for the multiple output regressor is marami kang input and then ano yung target mo na output, yun. So, marami kang input then meron kang isang target na output. So, yun yung ano namin, yun yung parang, gusto naming gawin na target. So, ngayon since kung babalikan natin, marami kaming target na responses. No, marami kaming target na responses dito. So, we would need a series of regressors, no, kung saan yung mga inputs namin will be targeting different outputs. Yan. So, ano siya, later papaliwanag ko kung ano pa yung regressor, but it's actually several uh, layers ng equations at saka ng models na tina-target niya or nag-output siya isa-isa lang. No, yun yung ano, ito yung unang ginawa namin. So, multi-output regressor ang ginamit namin dito. And then, to confirm kung or to compare kung ano yung magiging result ng multiple regressor namin, gumamit naman kami ng neural network. So, yung neural network, um, ang ginawa namin is multiple input and then may multiple output siya. So, this neural network is actually sikat 'to, 'di ba, na ginagamit for, artificial intelligence. Actually, dito na namin siya pinu-push na ang target lang talaga is machine learning. Hindi namin napansin na we went na pala across the ano na, sa parang sabi niya sa'min, "Ano na 'yan, term next next term niyo na lesson 'yan, bakit ginawa ninyo?" Pero kasi gusto talaga namin siyang mapalabas to a point na, well, we have to explore further. Hindi sapat yung meron kami ngayong alam, eh, yung alam namin ngayon hindi siya sapat, eh. So yun yung ano namin, yung parang pinush namin siya dito. And hindi lang siya dahil out of necessity, pero actually out of curiosity. Even within our group, gusto naming malaman talaga. Gusto namin siya talagang makita, ano ba yung result 'pag ganito yung ginawa natin. So, yun yung naging ano namin, yung naging parang dynamics namin sa group, 'no. So, aside from that, of course, tinignan namin kung ano yung mga other models pa na puwedeng gamitin. So, random forest, gradient boosting, XGBoost, at saka yung neural network ang ginamit namin. And then comparing all of them together using mga metrics na ginagamit. So, hindi ko na 'to di-discuss further 'no, mainly ano 'to, eh, parang pagsukat na 'to ng kung sino ba yung mas magandang ginagamit, sino yung mas mabilis, but each one kasi meron siyang mga use cases na, unique depende kung paano mo siya gagamitin, okey. And then, tinignan lang din namin, further down the road, tinignan lang namin kung how does each one affect the other? Let's say, for example, how does sourness affect the citrusness and everything else? So, using shop value. And then, kinompare lang din namin yung mga hyperspacing na mga flavor profile namin. So, eto, ano lang to, mga measurement ng ginamit namin dito just to verify na gumagana nga yung machine na target namin. No, yung ano namin, yung kumbaga yung pinaka-algorithm na ginagamit namin is gumagana ba siya talaga. Yan. So, eto lang siya, na ginawa lang namin siya ng mga Shoply, ibig sabihin na parang how does sourness affect yung volume, and then yung rubbery taste, how does it affect each other, yan. Kasi ito yung mga papalabasin namin, yung ano, yung mga volume, brew temperature, at saka pour kung magkabaliktad nga kasi siya. Now, ano yung business value ng ginawa namin? Ito yung unique sa ano namin, sa program namin actually, sa AIM. Hindi lang tine-train to know yung science and mathematics behind what you're doing, but rather meron ka dapat business value. So dito kami medyo nagkagulo nung time na yun. Ito yung medyo pumuyat sa amin. Ano ba yung business value ng ginagawa natin? Parang ang tanong kasi doon sa amin is, sige, nakagawa ka nga ng ganyan, pero how do you turn it into something profitable, or how do you help a business on it? Which is actually a good question to ask, especially kapag may ginagawa ka. Ito yung usually tanong na, "So what? Ano naman 'yan?" Parang gano'n, 'no? So, ito yung medyo pumupuyat sa lahat ng group na sa amin is, ano ba yung business value ng ginagawa mo? And during this time, actually sa totoo lang, hindi namin alam kung ano yung business value ng target namin, ng ginagawa namin. One of the things is that ang unang target namin talaga is mga customer. Kumbaga yung customer can experience yung, ah, kung ano yung preferred taste niya, parang gano'n, 'no? Parang you can do your own cup of coffee na preference mo. However, thinking thinking hard about it, sabi namin hindi siya okay na ano, na business value. Parang lumalabas yung ginawa nating fancy, itong mga 'to, kapritsyo lang siya ng isang customer, 'no? And wala siyang ano talaga, wala siya talagang pakinabang kumbaga. Magbebenta ka ng kape dahil yung kape na yun is gusto kasi ng customer, particular na yun. Parang, so, ano naman kung gano'n, eh, paano 'pag yung customer na yun pumili na siya ng iba or umalis na siya ng lugar mo na hindi na siya makakapag-business sa'yo. So, sayang, 'di ba? So, it's too fancy and too costly for us to develop such a thing just for the customers. So, yun yung isa. Ngayon, dahil na-block na yung part ng customer, so anong gagawin natin dito? Parang para saan 'to? 'No, doon pumasok yung actually kakadaldalan namin, kakaaway-away namin 'no. Do'n pumasok na bakit hindi ang targeting natin is hindi yung customer, pero yung nagbi-build ng machine, 'no? Bakit kaya hindi na lang yung customer, ang gawin nating customer is yung mga nagbi-build ng machine, like this one. Why don't we target them? So do'n parang nag-spark yung ano namin, oo nga 'no. Kaysa nga naman oo nga naman 'pag business, hindi naman ibig sabihin na end customer ang bibigyan mo or tatargetin mo lang. You can actually target those who are developing the machines, those who are developing yung mga equipments. And if you're gonna be looking at it, it's what we are trying to do, establishing a certain standard, 'no, a certain standard to be able to produce all of this, uh, taste profile. So, nung naisip namin, oo nga 'no, bakit hindi ang targetin natin or ang magiging target market natin dito, hindi si customer mismo, but rather the R&D department of the machines. yun ang tatargetin natin. And those who are doing experiments, yung mga design engineer or mga product engineers. So, doon na kami nagsimula magkaroon ng what do you call this? Uh, Enlightenment. Nagkaroon na kami ng enlightenment doon. So, with that, no, oo nga, no, okay, so, dahil alam na natin kung sino target natin, we need to have model inputs. So, doon na kami nag-start mag-determine ng mga model inputs kung saan merong upper boundary at saka mga lower boundary. And then, mga product design outputs. So, this means that we're actually setting a standard for the machine to be able to achieve, no? And then comparing it with what the target market would be parang looking towards into, no? So, yun ang ginawa namin. And we're able to pivot from a customer centric to a research tool, no? So hindi namin para tinarget yung kasi gusto mo ng kape. So you can taste whatever coffee you want. No. Ang ginawa namin is to provide people or to provide designers and product engineers a way to set the standards nang hindi sila nag-experiment ng paulit-ulit. So the value here is that yung mga product engineers and mga product engineers and mga design engineers uh, ng mga coffee machines, they don't need to do trial and error, no? And malaking bagay 'yun, no, sa mga design engineers. Kasi maraming mga design engineers, like for example, ito yung they do trial and testing to determine yung volume ng hair, low freeze, and high shine. So ito yung mga temperature ranges niya to be able to get this. Pero to get all of this, they have to do trial and error. And magastos yun. Kasi una magsa-survey ka, magte-testing ka, gagawa ka ng mga experiment design, ko-compare mo. But if you already have a machine or you already have a program that can give you a standard way of all of this, like the brew temperature, yung dose range, like these are physical variables na that you can adjust, no, to acquire the taste profile that you would like without doing experiment, then actually ang laki ng ma matitipid ng team mo or ng department mo. And that is where ito yung naging business value namin, no? Ni-reverse namin yung input ng brew conditions and everything else and sorry, the recommendation pala 'to. Counterfactual na 'to, sorry. Ginawa namin is this one to provide them a model input and then a product design output as model outputs nila, no? So ano yung naging ano namin dito, naging takeaway namin. So one of the takeaways namin is ito kasi yung target namin ng una. No, ito yung target namin ng una is normalization. Ngayon gagawa ka ng maraming fancy things just to provide a customer a recipe that is for them to be personalized, para magiging personalized coffee siya, no? Pero kasi sayang, di ba? So, dito namin nakuha yung takeaway na to. Finding the right problem is more important than finding a solution. So, sa atin, no, as data engineers, data scientists, no, even going towards AI, one of the things na gusto natin gawin is to provide agad analytics solution, whatever, ganyan. But the thing is, what we learned here, very important, is that we need to find the right problem first. Kasi, if we are not able to, let's say for example, hindi namin nakita na dapat pala sa R&D dapat siya. And we insisted on doing yung sa coffee for per cup of coffee. Malamang sayang yung ginawa namin. Yeah, maganda siya, maraming science behind it, pero kasi wala siyang value, no? The value to deliver itself is hindi siya masyadong okay, no? Pero since we already found kung ano yung right problem, we're able to target na or to fit that our solution towards that problem. So we need to find the right problem first before finding a solution. Of course, finding a solution is quite important kasi the problem will still be a problem, no, as it is. But the right problem, no, especially when we're trying to build something, no, especially when we're trying to research something, no, we need to find the right problem. Yan. So, from there, no, nag-pivot kami from a cup of coffee towards a research, no, a research tool. So, hindi na namin pinosisyon yung program namin or yung solution namin as something that is for the cup of coffee lang and everything, but rather it's going to be a tool for research for coffee, which actually provides you with a higher value dahil nga, of course, yung mga gumagawa ng mga machine, they will have their own standard. They can set their standards there and everything else, no? They'll be able to provide the taste profile per machine na gusto nila nang hindi sila masyadong nagta-trial and error. No, mababawasan ng sobra yun and napakalaking bagay nun. In our research, trial and error or testing phase actually encompasses around 30 to 35% of the time to do R&D. Kasi fini-figure out mo. Kaya nga research and development, yung part ng research yun yung matagal. And using our solution, we're able to essentially shorten that part ng research, no? Napunta agad siya sa development. Of course, syempre, made money na yun, no? Kasama na yung pera doon. Na ano. So, yun yung naging business value namin. And another thing na gusto ko sanang impart sa inyo with this one, no, is do not be afraid to pivot. No, do not be afraid to pivot. If you think that your solution or what you're trying to do right now, or at least is in a sense of ano, no, AI development and solutions development, no, is actually feel mo hindi siya masyadong magiging uh, profitable or magiging successful, do not be afraid to pivot given that meron kang ka-team that will discuss it with you. Importanteng meron kang kasama or kausap about what you are doing in your project. So, yun na, dapat ganun ha. So, huwag kayong matatakot na mag-pivot as long as may kausap kayo. No? Wag yung gagawin yung isang malaking project na kayo lang mag-isa, tas parang, ay, I'll just be doing this. This is a sole project na ako lang gumagawa. If you're gonna be doing that, actually, bumababa yung value ng ginagawa mo. You need to at least involve someone or a group of people, no, that will talk about your project, talk about it with you, no, discuss it with you, check it with you, no, and of course to look at it with you, no. Kapag ka ganon, no, nakita ko niya rin, napag-usapan niyo na, ngayon, ay, ito kasi ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Kaya lang, pre, kasi ano parang hindi yata okay, para mas maganda yung ganito. Hindi ko sinabing gawin yung gospel yung sinabi niyang word, but it is something that you need to think about, no? Think about yun siya, pag-isipan niyo siya, bakit kaya yung nasabi yun? Bakit kaya yung gano'n yun? And then, of course, take it with a grain of salt. Tignan niyo, tignan natin, baka, o nga, ano, yung sinasabi niya, tignan natin, baka gano'n nga, no? Or baka mamaya mali pala siya, no? Always, do not be afraid to ask, to discuss it, kasi ito yung nagiging value. Kasi kung hindi kami nag-usap about this one, no, itong Coffee GPT, kasi actually Brew GPT nga dapat siya, no, naging Coffee GPT, no, ah, hindi namin maka-come up 'to, no, hindi namin siya maka-come up as a solution. Hindi namin siya maka-come up as something that is a tool for research. So, do not be afraid and always be open, no. Hindi ko naman sinabi na hayaan niyong laitin kayo or what, but rather do not be afraid na sabihin nila na mali ka, no. Huwag kayong ma-o-offend 'pag sinabi na baka mali yung iniisip mo. Hindi naman ikaw yung mali, yung iniisip mo, 'no? Huwag kayong matatakot sa gano'n, na masabihan kayo na gano'n, especially kapag may ginagawa kayong project. Why? Kasi if you're open to that, then you're open to more development, 'no? etong before we go, we come up with this one. Meron talaga sa group namin na nagsasabing, "Hindi, mali yung sinabi mo. Dapat ganito." So, 'di ba parang parang 'pag gano'n 'di ba at our age parang, "Ba't mo sinasabing mali yung sinasabi ko?" 'Di ba merong gano'n, eh, may pride ka agad, eh. But the thing is, if you're going to do a project, you need to be at the level of a learner pa rin, 'no? So, do not be afraid to pivot, 'no, your ideas with others. Huwag kayong matatakot do'n. Kasi usually success is towards doon sa kung ano yung minsan nakita hindi mo pala nakita, 'di ba? Papunta pala siya do'n sa part na, "Uy, may nakita siya, baka yun yung tamang daan or baka mamaya hindi rin pala." 'No, you need to be curious pero wag kayong matatakot 'no, to move forward. Parang agile in data science, hindi naman siya agile, um, it's not really agile in a sense. It's more on your how you're gonna be packaging it, your solution on how you're gonna be packaging your solution on it, no? Um, yeah, siguro well in a sense siguro tama agile siya 'no or something. Anyway, so yun. Um, Another thing is that as data scientists and data engineers, no, we need to provide solutions, build solutions. More than analysis, we need to build solutions. Um, just to share lang, no, do sa cohort kasi namin, sa section namin, hindi sa pagmamayabang, no, but lahat ng mga kaklase ko magagaling. So lahat sila magagaling, magaling mag-present, magaling magsalita, at saka ang gagaling talaga nila mag-discuss, no? The problem is, yung group din naman namin magaling. Kaya lang, we need to stand out kasi. We want to stand out. No, we want to stand out. And we're actually trying to figure out ano ba yung, ano, parang paano namin gagawin? Ano yung gagawin namin? Eh, lahat tayo on the same field halos, no? Parang ganun. Then, parang something came in lang sa amin na, teka lang, wala pa nagbi-build ng solution sa atin eh. Parang nung nasabi namin yun, nung one of us say it, nung parang nasabi, oo nga, eto yung gawin natin, no? Everyone can provide analysis, no? Everyone is really good at doing it, but we need to show something that works, no? We need to show something that works. So, more than analysis, build solution. Ito yung naging parang mantra ng group namin. So, I will show you kung ano yung binild namin. So, ito siya. Ayan. Nakita nyo? Nakikita nyo ba? Ayan. Ito yung
Mm.
binuo naming program. Ito yung binuo naming tool. Actually, working siya. It's actually a fully working solution, no? Na pwede kang pumili. For example, dito. Gusto mo citrus lift. Meron ng preset dito na mga taste profile, no? And then, kung anong gusto mong algorithm. For example, medyo ano ka, connoisseur ka ng coffee, you would like to see muna kunyari gradient boosting. And then you would like your citrus to be more prominent flavor. Pero meron ka lang slight na fruit and then meron konting tea floral pero gusto mo dominant siya sa fruit, no? And then you can actually generate the recipe already. Of course, meron pa kami mga dinagdag dito, no? I'll give you the program for you to explore this. So, bibigay ko yung ano, para pwede kayo mag-fork mamaya. No, naka-ready na yung GitHub niyan and the solution itself. So, makikita mo dito yung candidates ng, halimbawa, ano yung volume, ano yung brew temperature niya, tapos ano yung pour temperature, dose, and everything na about doon sa kung paano mo siya titimplahin to get all of this taste profile. In a sense na ganito siya. So, yan, meron ka dito, pwede mong tignan. Yan, meron siya recipe ranking. Ayan. And then, meron ka ng data dito. Ayan, makita mo na siya dito. And then, yung mga graph, if you would like to put it on a research paper. And then, of course, kung ano yung magiging notes mo. No, you can actually put it here, no? Pwede kang maglagay ng feedback. Ay, di masyadong nag-test ako, hindi masyado yung T floral, di ko masyado na ano. So you can put it here kasi this is actually designed for research nga as a tool. So if you would like to ano, yan. So meron na tayong mga probability and everything. Lahat ng pwedeng tignan ng R&D, no, ng mga data for them to be able to get this recipe right or to put it in their machine, no, na inaano nila, tinetest nila or gagawin nila, it's already here. So, pwede ka mag-compare din ng dalawang recipe. For example, you would like to compare a soft caramel comfort, apply preset mo lang siya, and then you would like this one. Yan. Pwede mo siyang i-compare din. Yan. Pwede ka mag-compare ng recipes. Yan. Tapos, no, aside from this, medyo matagal siya. Yan, medyo matagal siya, sorry. Pwede ka rin mag-model comparison. So, you would like to know, no, yan, yung mga different mga models that you would like to run. Yung kanina, yung sa mga algorithms, no? Yan. So, you can put it here. Hello! Ayan, kaklase ko po yan. Isa po sila sa ano. Ayan. So, ayan, medyo matagal lang siya kasi neural network yung ginamit namin dito ng mga data. Ayan, so you can actually check it, ano, no? Add mo na yan as speaker, oh, madami yan, Vanning, go na yan. Invite mo na yan mga yan. Magagaling yan. Madami pang ano yan, kung gusto niyo madaming kung gusto niyo ng madaming topic, matutuwa kayo sa cohort namin. No, madami kayong matututunan dun talaga. Yes, yes, maraming insight. Ayan. Ay, asan na yung ginagawa ko? Wait lang. Ayan, hintayin lang natin siya. So, aside from this 'no, so ayan, eto na nga yun, yung pinakita namin 'no. Because of that na nagawa namin siya, kami yung naging best presenter. So yung ano namin, yung learning team namin, the Brew GPT, kami yung naging, best presenter dahil we did not just provide our ano, the audience with analysis, but rather we provided them with a working solution. Medyo mabagal siya. Actually, nung during that time na pinresent ko 'to naka-set na 'tong mga 'to. Kasi nagte-train siya, eh, nagte-training siya. Tini-train niya yung model 'no, from the start. So, yan kaya medyo matagal siya. Yan. So, balikan natin mamaya. So, aside from that 'no, ayan eto na, ayan na. So, eto na yon 'no, lumabas na yung pinaka-model, ayan. You can actually run this 'no. Oh, yeah, classic. Dino-load na. Para kasi siyempre demo lang, eh, 'no. So ayan, aside from this actually yan, you can actually get this 'no, puwede niyong i-fork later on sa mga GitHub ninyo so that you can run it or kung meron kayong mga improvements 'no, on this, may mga makita kayong mga bugs or whatever, this will be an open source for everyone and for those who are actually pursuing coffee science and food science 'no, in-open namin 'to for everyone. Um, ano siya, ah tina-target actually siya ng ilang mga universities right now 'no, and ayaw naman namin siya ibenta as a license 'no. Since yung, ginawa namin nito is actually for the development kasi ang nakita namin talaga is aside from it being a tool for research, nakita natin kasi ngayon 'di ba maraming coffee shops na nagpa-pop in, pop out diyan sa mga gilid-gilid 'no, and we would like to provide them with a sense of parang hindi naman honor but more on a sense of dignity na yung ginagawa nilang craft is actually they have a tool 'no, they have a tool to stand out. Yes, there's not just to stand out but kasi kapag meron kang standard na sinusunod, yung product mo is something that you are going to be proud of. 'Di ba, na, "Uy, sinunod ko yung standard kasi ito yung ginamit kong tool, meron akong reference, blah, blah, blah." it gives them a sense of dignity doon sa industry nila. And we would like to help them. No, we would like to help them kasi um aside from us no doing data science, doing fancy things. Actually, we had fun doing this. Aside from medyo syempre medyo ano siya, no, medyo ano siya no, medyo magulo siya and everything. But we had fun doing this and we would like that same uh, experience to be shared sa society. Actually, maraming sa cohort namin, maraming mga research about na talagang nagta-touch sa society. No? And we would like to this to be open so that the coffee industry and the coffee science of the Philippines, those who would like to be pursuing it, will have a tool no, that they can use, no, that they can tinker, no, that they can at least have at least a standard on it that is based on data sets, no. And yung target talaga ng group, at least ng buong cohort ng AIM, no, yung cohort namin is that um, aside from it being beneficial for a business, we would like it to be part of nation building, no. And we are actually trained towards doing that vision. And with that, of course, teka lang, asan na ba yung link ng aking GitHub? Hindi ko yata na ano yung GitHub ko dito. Sandali ah. Hindi ko yata na kasi naayos ko pa kanina. Um, asan na ba yun? Where are you? Where are you? Ayan, bro, GTVT. So I'll be sending this yung GitHub, no, ng Bro GPT for all of you guys here. So you can actually fork if you would like to sa inyong mga ano items, no. And just to ano lang din, just to uh, use this as an opportunity for me to ano to promote some of the works that I have been doing is actually hindi lang ako nagde-develop ng for of course requirement kasi to eh kaya ako siya develop requirement kasi to kaya ako siya din-develop. And meron pa kasi akong mga ilang mga repositories dito like one of the biggest project na ginawa ko over this year is yung Manapod Tournament Manager. Hindi lang siya for local game stores but for those who are doing sports, doing mga competitive things, no? You can actually use this as a complete tournament manager siya. You can actually download it and everything, no? And um makita niya siya sa repo ko, you can actually explore my repositories. Marami akong mga nilalagay dito. Like ito yung mga Prisoner's Dilemma game, mga simulations. I'm promoting this kasi um, I am an advocate of education as well. I would like to use yung like this one, no, yung AI and project development and everything, no. I would like it to use it, no, to use it for education purposes and of course yung mga society na ano na mga kailangan natin for society. So if you're a teacher, may mga simulations ako mga ginagawa dito that you would like to teach, no? I'm actually updating this mga simulators. Meron din akong mga big projects like this one, yung post-election 2025 candidate profile. Yan, no? Mga Python training module, this one, inaano ko pa to, dine-develop ko pa to, kung saan the module will be, ano, para siyang, ayan, parang nawawala daw yung sound. Anyways, sige. So, yun lang naman for me, would like to, ano, to open the floor for discussion. Baka may questions kayo, baka meron kayong gustong itanong, or i-discuss. So, the floor is now open for everyone.
So, siguro lang, if ever you have any questions, you can write it sa chat or pwede din kayo to come up here to ask. Very interesting topic po, Sir Maki, related to like pivoting your ideas. At first kasi customer centric, tapos naging R&D. So having the mindset to
Mm,
just pivot from the original thought to go, aha, pwede pala dito is it takes a lot of experience to have that kind of idea.
yes, Actually ano yun, siguro dahil siguro na rin ano, may mga naranasan na kami na it will happen, it will ano parang gano'n,
Mm,
it
mm,
can happen. Pero
mhm,
even if you don't have, no, take courage to do so.
mhm.
Especially kapagka yung gut feeling mo yun na yung sinasabi.
Always listen sa gut feeling.
Mm.
Hmm, raise lang po ng hand if ever gusto mag-ask ng questions verbally. Ako, Sir Maki, tanong lang, but not
Yes.
really technical. More on like if ever na gamit niyo yung inyong solutions and then na-try niyo yung recipe and if it worked based on the profiles that you have set.
Actually, we actually I have yung kapatid ko actually may coffee shop siya. So,
Hmm. Mhm.
tinry namin 'to and
Mhm.
in a sense, yeah, nagawa naman siya. May
Mhm.
particular controls lang talaga na parang nag-ano, anong tawag dito, nag-dominate 'no.
Oh, okay.
You really have to ano, you really have to experiment on it in a sense, but
Mhm.
yung profile lumabas talaga siya, lumabas
Mm.
siya. So, they're able to parang explore yung ano, yung mga flavor profiles ng iba-iba na gusto nila yung, coffee medyo taste na fruity siya kasi meron silang gagawin
Mhm.
na parang, merong citrus na may ihahalong citrus doon. So, dapat ganito
Mhm.
yung lasa niya. So, nakakagawa sila ng gano'n.
Oh, interesting.
Mm.
Mm. May isa tayong question dito, Sir Maki. Sabi niya, it's not really related to the topic, pero as someone who wants to get into data science or analytics formally, is there a good road plan you can recommend?
One of the college ka na ba, Mark? Kasi gusto ko naman nalaman muna. Where are you starting ba? Ito kasi uso sa'min, it depends. Working professionally in an IT. So, may position ka na ba sa IT ninyo na data science ka or you're on a different field at some transition ka. Okay, kasi ako din nagta-try din ako mag-transition further. One of the things na ano rin, yeah, you have to develop things. Pero formal training really is a good guidance talaga. So, I'm not belittling yung halimbawa yung natuto sa YouTube or natuto sa mga ganito, but being guided by people who have further experience than you is a really good, path to take. No? So, I'm encouraging everyone nga, actually everyone, that aside from yun nga, yung mga nakukuha natin kay Data Engineering Pilipinas na mga ano, na mga free tutorials, yung mga free workshops and everything, aspire natin na makapasok sa isang halimbawa sa UP Diliman na mag-aral doon, no? To take uh, to take a formal education on it. Kasi nothing yung ano kasi yung knowledge na nakukuha natin and yung experience na matututunan natin sa loob ng classroom, especially dun sa mga magtuturo sa atin, is actually very valuable, no? Just to share, no, before ako pumasok sa AIM, feeling ko alam ko na lahat. Feeling ko kaya ko naman kasi nakakapag-build naman ako, eh. Pero pagpasok ko dun, yung prof ko pala ganito yung ginawa niya. Yung prof ko pala tinuro niya sa'min yung shinare niya sa'min yung project niya. Tas yung prof namin meron siyang mga yung mga gano'n. Yeah, nakakapangliit siya pero in a sense, you're standing on that nakakapanliit siya pero you're standing on the shoulders of those people. Parang gano'n, nakakapanliit at nakaka-proud, parang gano'n. Parang maliit ka pero kasi you're standing on the shoulders of those people, eh. Kasi tinuturuan ka, eh. Sila yung nagtuturo sa'yo, eh. And na-appreciate ko siya nung last term na shinare sa'min talaga lahat ng project ng lahat ng mga prof namin, 'no? Lahat ng mga prof namin and talagang sabi namin, "Oh, ganito pala yung feeling na akala ko tama ako all the way, meron pa palang mas magaling sa'yo." But in a sense, tinuturuan ka kasi niya. And those kinds of feelings yung talagang nagpapa-motivate sa'kin to, to move further, to learn from others, 'no? To pursue formal education. Siyempre aside yun dun sa mga siyempre nasa YouTube and everything kasi skills na hands mo yun and you really need to do that. You really need to do that. But it gives you direction. Yan, tama. It gives you direction. No? It gives you direction. So, I would really encourage everyone na do not stop with yung mga free na mga nakuha natin, but aspire natin na makapasok sa mga ganong klaseng mga institutions. No, makapasok tayo sa gano'n. Kahit hindi naman kailangang super high level, pero siyempre kung high level, why not, 'no? But you really have to have direction, eh, and they will be giving that, yung mga gano'ng klaseng direction. Ayun. Meron pa yata ibang tanong.
Tanong pa dito, si Vanny nag-ask din siya.
Mm.
They said that a data scientist is someone good in math and stats, programming and business knowledge. Would you agree, or are there other skill sets that you think is important for a data scientist?
Um, yung kasi ang isa sa pinaka nakita ko kasi I'm a developer. I'm a programmer by nature
Mm.
talaga and one of the tinuturo ko talaga is nasa IT kumbaga nasa IT world talaga ako for a while. And I thought that data science is just an IT sphere perspective. Yun lang yung alam ko. Nung nakapasok ako sa masters ko ngayon, na-realize ko na it's also business, it's also math, it's also science, and it's actually a collection of everything that
Mm.
the one thing na dapat mo talaga marunong ka is actually collaboration. Kasi hindi mo kakayanin lahat yun. You can never have all of it, no?
Mhm.
Um, like in our team, no, masasabi ko dun sa team namin, um, sorry, pero magaling ako mag-program, parang gano'n. Magaling ako mag-develop. Ako na yung magaling mag-develop sa team namin, 'no. Sa team lang namin ano, kaming 4. Pero hindi ako mabubuhay nang wala yung mga ka-group ko. Bakit? Kasi magaling nga ako mag-develop, magaling ako mag-program, pero sino magbebenta ng ginagawa ko? Sino
Mm.
magpe-present nun? Sino magde-deliver nun? May kaklase kami, may kasama kami ngayon sa group. Sobrang galing niya mag-deliver na talagang nako-convince niya lahat ng tao, 'di ba? Yung isa naman talagang kaya niya mag-research further, 'no? Yung isa naman kaya niyang sirain yung program. QA siya, kaya niyang sirain yung program, 'no? Nakita niya kung nasaan yung mga mali sa program.
Mm.
You can never have it all. Um, what I can advice is if you're good at that thing, for example, magaling ka sa math, magaling ka sa science, or magaling ka sa on something, you enhance yourself on that, and then the next skill that you need to learn is to collaborate with another people na hindi kasama yung skill set mo. And you add, sabi nga ng prof namin, ito yung sabi ng prof namin, you add value to your life by adding people na wala yung skill set mo. That's how you add value to your life. So,
Mm.
kung ano yung kulang sa'yo, yun yung kukunin mo from other people or yung ipu-push mo from other people, 'di ba? So,
Mm.
parang gano'n din sa data science, gano'n din siya.
Mm. Learn from others, use others' skills to help
Yes.
further yung
Mm.
meron pa dito, is it mandatory to pursue master's or PhD to be a good data scientist or AI professionals?
In a sense, hindi naman siya mandatory but it will give you a highway towards being a good
Mm.
data scientist and AI professional. If you're gonna be pursuing masters kasi or PhD or higher education, usually education will really give you a highway towards that.
Mm.
If you can pursue it, go ahead. It will really give you a highway on that. Just to share lang din, one of yung sa cohort kasi namin, may mga iba nagwo-work. Like me, nagwo-work pa rin ako and then doing masters and everything like that. Personally ako nainggit ako dun sa mga kaya mag-drop ng job and then to do it lang, yung work, yung ano lang, yung pag-aaral lang.
Mm.
Kasi nakakapag-focus sila, eh. They can really they can really, focus on what they're doing. No, they can really put 110% on what is happening, and it really gives them ano, a more profound experience on that. So, yun nga, hindi siya mandatory, but it will really give you a good highway towards being a really good data scientist.
Mm. Meron pang dito also a similar line of questioning. What level
Mhm.
of math or statistics competency is needed to be able to create like what you've created po?
Ah, ayan. You don't need the ano naman, you don't need the parang doctorate level. Mas marunong ka na median mode, standard deviation, 'no? At least dun sa level na yun 'no, yung basic statistics, kaya mo yung, siguro statistics college 1 and 2 hanggang hypothesis testing siguro na level. Kung kaya mo siya, yun, okey na yun, sapat na yun. It's really going to take you a lot ano, it will really take you places kung marunong ka talagang mag-ano, master na master mo yun. Kasi lahat bumabalik dun, eh. One of the wrong connotation, especially in terms of AI and machine learning is that dapat nasa advanced level ka na. Dapat nasa mas magaling kang level. Dapat ganito ka na. No. If you know the basic and if you really took it to heart the basics, I tell you, kahit sinong mga mathematician na mas siyempre mas may advantage sila, but makakaano mo sila, makakasabay mo sila. Just know the basic.
Kasi kapag ina-apply mo na in your work,
Yes, oo.
you just need to do the produce the outcome and you will be able to learn on the way.
Mm. Bayesian kailangan din. Pagdating mo kasi dun it will make sense, eh. Sa'kin it made sense nung nandun na ako sa ang
Mm.
ano, nung yun pala yun. Ta's nakikita ko na siya, ganun pala siya ginagamit. Kasi, problem ko sa'tin kasi ngayon sa educational sphere lalo na sa mga ano, basic is that hindi natin nakikita, eh. Pero
Mm.
during that time na nandun ako sa field na yun na alam ko naman siya pero hindi ko siya ma-appreciate kasi puro ano siya, abstract. Nung nakita ko siya kung paano siya ginagamit, yun pala yun.
Hmm.
So it made sense parang gano'n, okey yun yung pala yun. Tas yung kaklase ko din na hindi rin siya marunong sa gano'n, yun pala yun sinasabi niya, parang gano'n. Kasi makikita mo na, eh, makikita mo na siya, eh. So
Mm.
ano yan, siyempre you need to learn, you need to
Mm.
read, you need to ano, pero hindi mo kailangan maging magaling on that part muna.
Mm.
Kasi the beauty of data science and AI is that as you go further, as you go step into the realm, kagaya nga namin 'no, hindi namin
Mm.
talaga alam na bago pala yung ginagawa namin. Gusto lang namin siya mapagana. Ta's nung pinresent namin siya sabi nung prof, "Bago yung ginawa niyo, it's very novel." Talaga? Nagkakatingin na kami, gusto lang namin
Na-surprise.
gumana. Oo, talaga gano'n kami, gusto lang namin talaga gumana yung
Mm.
yung topic namin. So,
Mm.
yun yung fun dun, yun yung masaya dun, na you don't have to
Mm.
be really good to be super good or really, really good at something. You just
Mm.
need to know the basics and then
Mhm.
let curiosity take you in.
Mm, that's true. Doing is the best form of learning talaga. Just do
Yes,
it and matututo ka. Another
yes.
question here as well. In this time po ba when you say DE or DS, kailangan po ba is alam mo mostly ng functions or syntax or batak ng code? Since AI is now emerging, or focus on the process itself kung paano ang workflow ng being sa DENDS?
Yes, maganda yung question mo kasi ngayon 'di ba may mga vibe coders, may mga ginagamit ng tools like Codex and ano, Claude. Um, if batak ka talaga mag-code, actually, mga estudyante ko 10 years ago na ba kayo? Parang meron ba ka-estudyante dito? Hindi ko alam, may estudyante ko dito.
10
Ah,
years?
batak sila mag-code, yung mga estudyante ko 10 years ago, 5 years ago. And it really helped them, uh, what do you call this? Appreciate further and better yung AI, the utilization of AI. Kasi nakita nila kung ano yung ng mabilis, kung ano yung dapat gawin and ano yung mga dapat hindi gawin. So sabi nga, AI is not supposed to replace you, but it's supposed to be a multiplier of what you can do. So kung kaya mo magbatak mag-code, go ahead. Kasi ako din, nagbatak din ako mag-code. Eh. Pero when it comes to you, kagaya niyan, mabilisan, kailangan magawa mo siya. AI will really help you. It will really help you um, code faster kasi marunong ka na, bata ka na nga mag-code, di ba? So, pag nag-code yung AI, mababasa mo na siya. Parang ganon. So, it will really help you. It will really help you. So, hindi ka lang actually dapat focus sa process, but you really need to still know the functions, the syntax. It will really give you a plus factor talaga. So, of course, kung halimbawa, workflow and DE and everything, kailangan alam mo lang yun. Alam mo din siya. Pero kasi kapagka code level na, ibang usapan na kasi yun, eh, 'no, ibang usapan na kasi yun. Pumapasok na diyan yung security and everything. So, kailangan mo pa rin mag-practice talaga mag-code. You really need to know
Mm.
it pa rin.
Meron din here in the same level of questioning. I am currently in data engineering field. Mayu-utilize pa rin ba yung DE skills ko if I wanted to transition into data science or AI engineering sa future?
Oo naman, yeah, it will.
Hmm.
You'll be able to kasi data engineering is the data pipeline, eh, 'di
Mm.
ba? It's the ano na, eh, it's the part wherein you get data from AI needs data,
Mm.
and if you have the data engineering skills on that, you can take advantage of it.
Mhm. Hmm, not much questions anymore. I think we answered it all, but if ever may questions pa, go lang guys.
Paano i-level up yung coding skills to create something scalable or production grade? Puwede kang gumamit ng AI. Try mo siyang gamitin yung AI on that, parang side by side. Kasi if you will be working on something scalable on that part and you would really like to know how it works, puwede mo namang unti-untiin sa AI. Like, for example, "I would like to create this, show me." Ayan, ta's gawin mo. Ayan, ta's unti-unti ikaw yung gumawa, matututo ka dun. You train the AI to train you how to code. May AI na tayo, so yung mga gano'ng
Mm.
mga problem medyo kaya na nating ano, eh, utusan natin si AI to ano, to teach us, yung gano'n.
Mm.
Ayan,
Ayan, show
so
me a sample template.
ayoko ng too much
Ayun.
coding ano, kaya data science, analytics dapat, yeah. Ayan, yun nga, yung sa ano din is ano rin, eh, gagawa rin ako ng mga simulators, mga
Mm.
simulation, for example, double pendulum, traffic, and everything. It's also part kasi siya ng data science to know all of these things. Parang this term din kasi meron din kaming big data analytics. So, we need to learn or at least to have a prelude on how memories work, no? How memory processing works. Siyempre yung mga kaklase ko, hindi naman sila engineering graduate lahat. Yung iba siyempre business. So,
Mm.
it's it for us to help them understand how things work, we need to do a simulators. So, parang ginagawa namin is magawa kami ng simulator for it to for them to ano, for them to appreciate. Ganun pala gumagana parallel processing, ano pala yun, gumagana yung ano, sequential processing.
Mm.
Yeah, fine-tune sarili gamit mo yung AI. I do that din, Aaron. 'Pag may 'pag meron akong isang code na medyo, medyo sketchy 'to, ba't kaya gumana agad 'to? Gano'n, 'yan.
Mm.
Sometimes I feel like improper
Mm,
using it,
mm.
parang dinaya ko ng calls, yeah, that's one, but, uh, taking it into understanding talaga level is actually ano siya, yun talaga yung gamit talaga ng AI. Kasi isa sa mga napansin ko is yung iba talagang ginagamit sa as a replacement for them. But for you to be able to understand something kasi, it takes ano, it takes a lot of questions, 'di ba? For example, you would like to know, kunyari, how does neural networks work? So, minsan kailangan mo ng isang super expert to do that. The problem is wala kang makita or pangalawa, nasa libro. 'Pag nasa libro minsan hindi natin mabasa kasi hindi natin alam kung ano yung itatanong. The thing with AI right now to take advantage of it is for us to be able to ask the stupid questions, no? Hindi ko muna tanong, tanong ko lang AI ganyan, ganyan. And then try to iterate so that AI can lead you to the right path. Kung ano yung mga tamang question. Pwede mo sabihin kay AI, I do not know how to learn this. Can you provide me with an example that I can do by myself? It works. It really works. So, yung mga student ko, I encourage them 'pag may hindi maintindihan or may hindi magets agad, tanong muna kay prof. 'Pag wala si prof at hindi kayo masagot, hanap sa libro. 'Pag di niyo naintindihan, tanong niyo kay AI. Then confirm niyo kay prof. Gano'n yung sinasabi ko lagi sa kanila.
Parang always have a man in the middle, gano'n.
Mm.
Hmm. Alright, I think, all goods na tayo with the questions. I'll just insert here another, our AI study group, yung sa April 19, Build with AI is Hello World, creating a secure AI agent with Google ADK, Vertex AI, and Secret Manager with Engramar Bolas and Renzi Vidal. Wow, Renzi, dito ka rin. Shoutout nga, sorry. So ano, don't miss this April 19, send ko din dyan sa group natin on the link. And Sir Maki, I think na-send mo na rin yung inyong, ano yun, yung GitHub and
Yes.
what yung PowerPoint presentation po?
Yeah, I already sent it to Van. We can actually
Okay.
I can send it here then, wait lang ha. So that you can have review din. Gawin ko siya PDF para yeah, I post regularly sa LinkedIn as part of our activity din sa ano, as sa AIM to have visibility din, no? So, gumagawa ako ng mga articles about data science, AI, actually development, education, yan. Yun yung mga ano. And one of the big projects na gagawin namin this is yung isa is yung walkability ng Philippines, mga Philippine streets, yun yung isa. The other one is DepEd, isa sa mga big projects namin. So, once it is completed at the present namin, actually we'll be inviting the Data Engineering Pilipinas to ano, to attend our public presentation then. Yeah, okay lang naman yun. Okay lang yun, walang problema dun. Hindi naman ano yun, eh, hindi naman krimen yun. So, we're already at the age of AI, so tanggap na yan. Tanggap na
Sir
yang ano
Mac,
na yan,
isang
we
ano,
have to be
question
happy.
lang regarding
Yes.
doon sa project niyo. Will you be, showcasing this in the next, Coffee Expo?
This one, may mga nag-invite na pero kasi ang isang proponent namin is yung coffee science yata ng DLSU. May
Okay
ano kami, may
doon.
meeting kami, gusto nilang i-ano, itignan or i-test tapos,
Mm,
we will be developing it for a research talaga na settings. Pero ang ano ko kasi with this one is that whatever I build will be open for everyone. So,
mm,
open source kasi ang naniniwala kasi ako sa ano, eh, sa liberation ng computer resources, especially mga ganitong klaseng programs, na yung mga ganitong mga bagay is that will help society is hindi dapat mino-monetize. Ano siya dapat, binibigay siya dapat as part ng society development, yun. So, yun yung ano, may ano pa kami, may mga back and forth na usapan pa kami. Pero hopefully, no, hopefully magkaroon na siya ng ano so that we can actually take a perspective of an academic settings and put it there.
okey. Hmm, para ma-fine tune na rin yung, ano yung
Yes.
mm, hmm. I guess ano, we're all good. Is there any last, um, inspirational words na gusto mong i-embark sa amin?
Ayun, keep building. Build kayo. Mag-build kayo, mag-try kayo. Kahit AI generated 'yan, kahit pinul niyo lang 'yan ta's inedit niyo. I would encourage everyone in the data engineering Pilipinas to keep on building things. Kasi the more that we build things, the more that we find solutions to problems that seemingly hindi natin nakita or seemingly yun na pala yung solution, no? If you have time, give time to build things, have projects, no? Share those projects and always find these kinds of places to talk about it. Have a group to talk about it, no? It will really give you a different perspective and a different appreciation on life, on knowledge, and of course on society as well. So yun lang.
Very, very inspirational and always, Professor Maki said, keep learning regardless of whether you got it from AI, no copy paste nyo lang. It's always there the potential to learn and grow. So thank you
Mhm.
everyone for being here. Hope to see you again in our next AI study session. Um, yeah, prepare na kayo for dinner or something.
Thank you everyone.